Hey y'all, it's your girl Rai Rozay, and you are now tuned in to the Miseducation of Gen Z podcast. Class is in session. Hey guys, welcome back to the Miseducation of Gen Z, and today I wanted to get into something a little special for y'all, being that Valentine's Day is coming up. Well, by the time this airs, it would have just passed, but yeah, I just wanted to do something a little different. And something we haven't really touched on this show yet is dating, especially dating in New York. But today we're not going to focus specifically on dating in New York. We're just going to talk about dating and experiencing love, especially in our 20s. I feel like today I'm not seeing a lot of romance when it comes to like the dating scene. I'm not seeing a lot of it, at least not with our generation. I feel like everything is, I don't want to say it's played out, but it's lacking a lot of originality, creativity. Like, I feel like everything's just done for like clicks and likes. Everything isn't super intentional, I feel like, as it once was. Niggas used to have to get super creative when it came to being a romantic, when it came to being a yearner. Like, putting a boom box over your head outside of somebody's window and singing their favorite song to them at the top of your lungs because you really wanted them to know that's how you really felt about them. Niggas is not doing that. Making mixtapes and playlists and just little cassette tapes for someone to say like, oh, this is how I really feel about you. Here's 20 songs that really show how I feel about you. That is something I feel like is really lacking when it comes to romance and creativity today, because you don't even need to spend a lot to be super creative and thoughtful with romantic gestures. And I also think it's a lack of people wanting to be romantic and a lack of people wanting to do those things for anyone. We seem to be in a super nonchalant era of people. I'm not even going to just put it on the men. It's the people. Because me, myself, I used to be a nonchalant queen, or I used to act like a nonchalant queen. I've definitely always been a super lover girl. I've just at times been afraid to show how much of a lover girl I am because I know people aren't always willing to show that side of themselves. And to be quite honest, the thought of being in love and having feelings for another human being was quite honestly disgusting to me at one point. It's not anymore. Thankfully, I've outgrown that, but I did definitely feel that way for a very long time. And I think a lot of Gen Z is suffering from wanting to be super nonchalant and laid back and not wanting to show that they have interest, even not even feelings, just interest. No one wants to show that they have interest in another person. Nobody wants to shoot their shot. Nobody wants to apply any pressure or put any effort in. And with Valentine's Day coming up, I was like, you know what? This is the perfect topic to talk about right now. One thing's for sure and two things for certain. There is no reason why you decide to ask somebody out prior to Valentine's Day, prior to February. If you ask me out in January or December, why you don't think we doing nothing for Valentine's Day because we're not in a relationship. So then cut it out before Valentine's Day comes up. It makes no sense to continue anything with a person that you have no real intentions on pursuing. If you are going to ask somebody out prior to Valentine's Day coming up, that is something you should definitely think about. Because I have a friend. Homegirl is talking to a nigga right now. And he sat here and explained to her that he only celebrates Valentine's Day with girls if they're his girlfriend. Okay, so then why'd you ask me out before Valentine's Day? I don't understand. That doesn't even make any sense. If you knew for a fact in your mind you have no intention on asking me out or taking me seriously because you asked me out, you have no intention on taking me seriously, you have no intention on being in a relationship with me. And even if you don't, I feel like, why would you ask me out if you don't want to see it go further than Valentine's Day? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So then you should have waited, or you should have asked me out. You shouldn't have asked me out at all. I just don't get it. But you do not need to be in a relationship to celebrate Valentine's Day. If you are genuinely interested in someone and you are courting them and eventually you want to be in a relationship with them, I feel like if Valentine's Day comes up along the way, then you should be willing to celebrate that holiday with that person. I don't think there's any strict rules on Valentine's Day where it says you can only be in a relationship to celebrate it. You can only have a girlfriend, you can only have a boyfriend, a husband or wife to celebrate Valentine's Day. That makes no sense. That's not a rule. Where are the rules at that say that we can't do that? That we have to do that? Oh, okay. And another thing, nobody wants to have crushes anymore. Nobody wants to yearn. No one wants to be interested in anybody anymore. And it's really sad. And it's like people turn something as innocent as having a crush on someone into something that's deemed like you're doing too much. Like now if you have a crush on someone and you show that you genuinely like them, you're a simp. No, you're not a simp. I feel like a simp is someone that genuinely likes someone or showing so much interest in a person that is clearly not showing any back. It's unrequited. I think that's what simping is really. It's unrequited likeness, love, whatever you want to call it. Unrequited feelings. It is okay to have a crush on someone, to be interested in someone, and to show effort and interest in said person. You're not a simp. You're not weak. It's normal. That's healthy. You should like someone. If you don't like someone, not saying you definitely have to like someone, but it's normal as a person that wants companionship. It's totally normal. And then everyone wants to be so nonchalant, put no effort in. Like, when it comes to dating, I genuinely took a break. I took like a 2-year break from dating because the dating scene was not doing it for me. Like I was not into anything. I was like, this low effort, nonchalant era of dating is weird. I was like, I'm okay. I'm going to lean back and I'm going to date myself. And then when I feel like I'm okay to date again, I will. I definitely took a break because the What You Doing Warriors was really, that was my last straw. I couldn't do it anymore. I'm tired of you asking me what's my favorite color, what are you doing 5,000 times, and making no effort to make any original plans outside of coming to your house, because that's not a date. I'm not coming to your house the first time. We don't know each other. I'm not coming to your house. Are you crazy? No. First of all, I don't even want to say y'all be too easy. There are people that are too easy, but like, you don't know me from a hole in wall. You asking me to come to your house. You're easy as fuck. Like, sorry to say. If nobody told you, now you know. Yeah, there's no reason why you asking me what you doing 1,000 times. I'm doing the same shit I was doing earlier in the day. Or I'm still in the same spot. Like, not much has changed since an hour or two before you asked last. Like, no. And then even just applying pressure, like you need to show people that you're genuinely interested in them. How the hell do you think someone is going to take you seriously or know that you genuinely want to pursue them further if you don't apply any pressure, you don't initiate any dates, you don't make an effort to get to know the person deeper, past surface level? You don't got to get into childhood trauma and all that shit on the first date, the first few dates, but you need to show like you're genuinely interested in the person that you are pursuing. And with Valentine's Day coming up, I know a lot of niggas will sit there and feel pressured to buy their girls like candies and teddy bear grams and roses. First of all, this is not even just for the dudes, it's just for anybody. But when you are pursuing someone and you genuinely want to do something nice for them, do it because you genuinely want to do it and you have the intentions of wanting to make them smile, or whatever your intentions are. Just make sure you're being intentional about what it is that you're doing for said person. Because buying me red roses just to say that you bought me flowers is not going to cut it. Because to be quite honest, I don't like red roses. They look nice, sure, but I don't really like them. I don't like roses. I like peonies. So if you buy me red roses, yes, I will appreciate it because it's the thought that counts. But sometimes there's nothing behind said thought. So honestly, no, the thought doesn't count here. But if you are pursuing someone, you should make an effort to, you know what? Let me see what Ray is interested in. Maybe she doesn't even like flowers, because for a while I didn't even like flowers. I just started getting into flowers like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Flowers is not for everybody. Chocolates and teddy bears and all that is not for everybody. Find out what your person is genuinely interested in and do that for that person. And you don't have to spend money. Like I said, creativity, that's where creativity comes in to the romance department. You don't always have to spend a lot of money to sit there and be romantic or to show someone that you're genuinely interested in them. You can make something for free for this person. And as long as you were thoughtful, well, at least the woman that I am around and the woman that I know and the woman that I am, I would say that we're all pretty appreciative of thoughtful, intentional, romantic gestures rather than you spending mad bread on something that I probably won't even like. I don't care that you spent X, Y, and Z amount of dollars on this gift because it wasn't for me. I don't know who you bought it for, but if you knew me, you would know that that's not something I'm into. And if you buy it before getting to know the person well enough, then I guess that's okay. But as long as the intention behind it was like, okay, well, I wanted to do something nice for you, then maybe. But that's where love languages fall into place, where it's like, okay, well, what type of person are you? The 5 love languages are quality time, acts of service, physical touch, words of affirmation, and receiving gifts. I would say that all of those are my love languages, but I wouldn't say those are my only love languages because I feel like love languages aren't so linear and cut and dry to just those 5 categories. Love languages is really how someone receives and expresses their love when in a relationship. And so I think that's something that most people should take into account moving forward if they're going to pursue someone and try to actually make an effort to know said person that they're pursuing. Because like I said, if I'm not into flowers and gifts that aren't thoughtful. Like I love when someone buys me a gift because they know like, okay, Ray likes this and Ray's into this, so I got her this, or I did this for her, or I made her this. Like there just needs to be some sort of intention behind whatever it is that you're doing for your person. And I feel like there's so much more power in you showing a person how much you genuinely are interested or how much you like them or how much you love them rather than saying it. Because you can say so many things, and we talked about this on this episode, Sorry Not Sorry with Cody. But you can say you love me, you can say you like me, you can say you appreciate me, but there's so much more power in you showing me how much you like me, showing me how much you love me, and showing me how much you appreciate me. Like, because what do you like about me? What do you love about me? Show me. So that's with really taking into account the type of person that you're dealing with. So if they need lots of quality time, and that's the thing that will show them, like you saying like, oh, I miss you, but we never make any plans, and you flake on me every time we make plans, or you don't make an effort to like try to come and see me. and it's always me trying to come see you, then no, I won't feel that you miss me. You know what I'm saying? Or if you don't make an effort to call me or check in and see how I'm doing, no, I won't feel that you are missing me at all. So I think that's really important. I think that's something that's really missing when it comes to dating. The thing with dating that I find most annoying is definitely this nonchalant culture. Why does everybody want to be nonchalant and not show that they're genuinely interested in a person? I have no idea. I don't know where that came from, but it needs to stop. But I can't say too much because me, myself, I'm a lover girl now, but I didn't always claim to be like, and my friends always knew I was a lover girl. I just didn't want to accept that for myself. And I would do everything to just really run away from the idea of being in love with another person, and having feelings for another person. Like growing up, my best friend and I would talk about like dating and having crushes and stuff, but like a crush is as far as it would go for me because I was like, I don't want to be in a relationship. I don't want to be in love with someone. Like, I don't know. I was just really scared of the idea of being in love with another person. And I'm not going to sit here and act like being in love is not scary. It is super scary. But it can also be really great. And I think me being nonchalant was a way for me to like put up a wall that I felt was impenetrable, and no one could hurt me if I have up this wall of nonchalance that no man could ever get past. And so I would just not show people that I was interested in them or that I really cared about them, even if I really did, because I was scared. And really and truly, like there would be people that I really cared about, and I would say I missed out on some relationships because I feel like I was too scared to really put in that effort and really be vulnerable. And I think a lot of people that are nonchalant, it really just stems from being afraid to be vulnerable. There are some people that probably just are genuinely nonchalant, but I don't want to believe that everyone out here is that nonchalant about love and just doesn't want to show interest in anyone. Cuz how do you think you're going to end up with someone? Cuz a lot of people will sit there and say like, "Oh, they want to be married by a certain age. They want to have families by a certain age." And it's like, "Okay, well, you being nonchalant to everybody up until when? You just think one day, okay, I'm just going to stop being nonchalant and I'll just show interest in said person." I guess it takes that one person for you to be like, "You know what? I'll do a lot for this person. I'll break a sweat for this person. I'll bend my back for this person." Pause. Not like that. But yeah, like I'll really just show this person, I'll apply some pressure. I'll put in some effort, but I don't know. I don't see this working out for a lot of people long term, because I know it didn't work out long term for me. I couldn't do it anymore. And I felt like me being a nonchalant lover was really the downfall to why, or me being a nonchalant lover was really the reason why I would attract other nonchalant lovers. These were also people that were clearly afraid of commitment, like I was, or afraid to be super vulnerable with another person because maybe they were hurt in the past or whatever it may be. But I think that it's important if you are going to be dating, to allow yourself to be vulnerable somewhat, because I don't think it makes any sense to go pursue another person, know that you are not willing to be emotionally available and open with another person, and waste their time and have them catch feelings for you or even love bomb them because you're a person that really truly is into that shit, and you get scared and you probably miss out on someone that's really good for you or really great. But you'll never know because you messed up. And love bombing is super scary. Like I think I want to say I've only been love bombed once, because, and even while it was happening, I was like, I think I'm being love bombed. Like I don't think this is genuine. This shit sound too good to be true. It feel too good to be true. Like I this has to be what love bombing is, because prior to that experience, I had never been love bombed. So I'd only known what love bombing is based on like what people talk about online, or seeing it on like TV. And you don't really see a lot of it on TV, but on some, I guess, like teeny bop shows, you'll see it a little bit more. But yeah, while it was happening, I was like, I don't want to say this person isn't interested in me this much because I know I'm the shit. But I think like I'm still here with how I'm feeling because we just met. And this person seems to be like here with it. But I see why. But it doesn't feel healthy. Like we shouldn't be making future plans. I'm not making future plans. You're making future plans. You shouldn't be making future plans with anyone. And you just met them. Unless I guess you're two people that genuinely move at a super fast pace. I'm a bit of a slow burner. I feel like I have to really work up to having feelings for a person. And I usually like to kind of like build a friendship somewhat before we move into like anything romantic or serious later on. But I guess there are people that genuinely move at a super fast pace, and that's great for y'all. But everyone does not move at that pace. So when one person is moving super fast and the other one is not even necessarily a slow burning, they're moving at a regular, reasonable pace, that's usually an indication that you're being love bombed, especially if the effort and the pressure somehow just plummets. Like, okay, well, now I bagged her or now I bagged him, and I'm just going to stop doing all the shit that I did to get them to fuck with me in the first place. No, that's not how that works. Effort, if you're going to sit here and buy me roses every Sunday at 3 p.m. on the dot, and then we finally end up in a relationship, you do not stop sending said roses every Sunday at 3 p.m. on the dot because we're now together officially. That's not how that works, because you set a standard for how I felt this relationship was going to be just to take it away. That's not how that works. So I feel like that definitely falls under love bombing. And I don't think some people do it maliciously. It might just be like someone having super intense feelings and realizing that they need to lean all the way back. But going out of your way to apply so much pressure just to apply none at all is love bombing. That is what love bombing is. And it's unacceptable. And what's up with all these little yeahs and little shits and little yeah nicknames? What happens to all the cute little nicknames? Stink is even, I don't like stink actually. Stink, but I think stink is a little bit more acceptable than little shit. Why would you want to call someone that you're interested in your little shit? That's stupid. And it's nasty. Why would you do that? Because what happens to the cute nicknames? I don't need you calling me babe or baby or anything like that. But you can call me a nickname of my name or just call me by my name. Cause I don't want to be called nobody's little shit, nobody's little yeah. Um, Cause Lil Yeah and Lil Yeah really, I feel like when I hear Lil Yeah, I think of like Sneaky Link. Like I don't think you're taking that person seriously. Lil Yeah, same thing. And Lil Shit sounds like the person you're interested in, but why would you want to call that person a little shit? Like, come on now, we need to get it together. I want to say something that I am learning when it comes to love and dating in the season of my life would be that I am not undeserving of love just because I don't have my shit together. Um, I think a lot of people, I usually see this in men. I don't really hear a lot of women talk about this, but I feel like people will feel like because they don't have their shit together, because they're not where they want to be in life at the moment, whether that's financially or career wise or just whatever. Like they're just not where they want to be. They feel as if that they don't deserve to be in a relationship. They don't deserve to be in love. They don't deserve companionship. And I can tell you that's the furthest thing from the truth. I had friends that would tell me they feel like, well, I can't have a girlfriend right now because I don't got my money together. I need to get a better job. Girlfriends are expensive. Give me 1,000 reasons in the world why they can't have a girlfriend right now. But none of them are that they don't want to have a girlfriend right now and that they're not interested in dating another person. To deny yourself the possibility of falling in love or being in a relationship with a great person or missing out on someone great because you feel like you don't deserve it and you don't have your shit together well enough to even attempt to try to be with another person is kind of heartbreaking to think about, but I've been thinking that way myself lately. And being that I'm usually the person to tell my friends that they are so deserving of that love. I think everyone's deserving of that love, but I think lately I've been so busy that I feel like, well, as busy as I am, I don't think I should add another person into my world or into my mix at this time. Um, I think part of it is that I feel like when I would date in my like early 20s, that I would be distracted and I feel like I would become kind of like engulfed in whatever person it was that I was dealing with. But it's also a mixture of that and feeling like, okay, well, if I have all these goals and I have all these things that I want to pursue and succeed in, I shouldn't bring anyone into that because I feel like I'm not hungry enough and I don't want it badly enough to have any other focus on anything but these things that I want to succeed in. And I know it's not true logically, but sometimes that's how I feel. And it sucks because I think I'm not yearning to be loved, but I'm not going to sit here and act like I wouldn't like to be loved properly and the way I deserve. So it sucks sometimes, but I know that God will bless me with what I deserve as far as love and companionship in this life. So I'm not fiending for that, but when it comes, it comes. I'm still getting used to the idea of being this busy and having so many things that I want for myself that I'm actively working towards, and the possibility of a person coming into that mix. So yeah, that's something I'm definitely learning in this season of love and dating, and being more open to the idea of dating. And I would say a word of the week for this episode, this very special V-Day episode, would be intentions. We talked about it earlier, and I'm so big on being intentional. And I think if you are going to intentionally pursue someone, intentionally date, intentionally love, I think you should do it wholeheartedly and unapologetically. But I'm so big on treating people the way you want to be treated. And if you don't want someone to treat you that way, then don't do it to someone else, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. I'm so big on that. And don't be out here aimlessly yearning and love bombing people and just wasting people's time. But also be intentional with the love that you give yourself. Romanticize your own love life. You don't have to wait for another person to give you the love that you deserve. I'm doing that with myself right now. My friends are doing that with themselves, even the ones that are in relationships. It's so important to romanticize your own life and do nice things for yourself just because, whether that's taking yourself out to a nice restaurant, taking yourself to the spa, just anything that you would want another person to do. If it's possible to do it for yourself, you should 100% do it for yourself. You should always romanticize your life. I'm doing that. You should do that. We should all do that. So yeah, that's the word of the week. As always, y'all know I always got a question for y'all. So today's question is, what's one way you want to change or add to your love life this season, whether that's with yourself or in dating? You guys can leave a comment down below wherever you're listening or watching. And yeah, that's all for today's episode. If you guys liked what you heard or saw today, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe wherever you're listening or watching. You can keep up with me at Rai Rozay, that's with 2 I's and 2 Y's, and follow the podcast page at TMOGZ podcast. We're coming at you every other Tuesday, hashtag TMOGZ Tuesday. And yeah, thank you for rocking with me. As always, I love y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.